Can John J Bowman hold up against Blanton's Gold and Colonel Taylor Single Barrel? Let's find out. Welcome to Average Joe's Whiskey. My name is Joe. So last week I put John J Bowman in a blind tasting and it beat the crap out of Elmer T. Lee and Blanton's. So I figured we'd step it up a notch and put it in another blind against some stronger contenders. So today we're gonna blind the John J Bowman against a Blanton's Gold and an E.H. Taylor Single Barrel. So the E.H. Taylor and the John J Bowman are 100 proof on the dot. Blanton's Gold comes in at 103 proof. The E.H. Taylor is Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 1. Blanton's Gold is Mash Bill number 2. And the John J Bowman is a proprietary mash bill, originally distilled at Buffalo Trace, but then shipped to Virginia, redistilled in a copper pot still, and then aged at the A. Smith Bowman Distillery in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So there you go. Which one's gonna win? I have no idea. This is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But honestly, I am very excited about this blind because these are all awesome bourbons. If the John J Bowman wins this one, I am going to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna do anything, but I will be somewhat impressed. Let's get into it. All right, let's mix these up.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
All right, that should be good. All right, so these are 3 excellent whiskeys. I'm very excited because I get to drink 3 excellent whiskeys. All right, let's do this. All right, so this one is like a super bright cherry. Really bright cherry. It's got just like a touch of spice. Little bit of oak. Glass number 2. So glass number 2 is not quite as fruity. It's got a little bit more vanilla, also a little bit of spice, and just maybe a touch of fruitiness. Like maybe a little bit of apple or cherry. Number 3. This is gonna be hard. This one's also got a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of oak, and a little bit of cherry. It's the same 3 notes pretty much. Oak, vanilla, cherry. So glass 3 is a little more subtle. It may wake up a little. We'll find out. All right, let's try glass number 1. It's good. That bright fruit really came through on the palate, balanced it out with the spice. Let's try it again. I have to say the spice is fairly prominent on this one. It's got a nice mouthfeel, lights up the whole palate. Really a great whiskey. I really enjoyed glass number 1. All right, number 2. All right, so now I'm getting more oak on the nose from number 2. And I really like oak. Oak, vanilla. All right, let's try it. Glass number 2 has a really nice mouthfeel. Didn't pack quite as much flavor as I thought it was going to based on the nose. Let's try it again. It's really nicely balanced and I get that oak on the finish. Another great whiskey. I don't know what else to say. This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. That's what she said. All right, glass number 3. All right, glass number 3 is waking up. Glass number 3 is more of a darker cherry. Like a cherry, vanilla, really nice nose though. All right, let's try it. Yeah, glass number 3 is also really balanced. Surprise, it's got a great mouthfeel. Let's try it again. I have to say, none of these are really standing out as far as being better than the others. My initial inclination is that glass 2 might be a little bit behind the others, but honestly right now I don't feel great about that. I'm gonna go back through these one by one. I will probably speed that up so you don't have to sit through that whole thing. Oh my God, this was seriously difficult. First, I wanna say this was a real challenge to rank these 3. I wanna put them in order 1, 2, and 3 as my 1, 2, and 3. And the reason I'm doing that, glass number 1 has this spice, which the other 2 don't have. It comes in with like a sweet, bright cherry on the front of the palate, and then this spice kicks in on the back of the palate, and it just lingers through the finish. It's got a nice long finish. I absolutely love glass number 1. I absolutely love the other 2 as well. I think tonight I'm just in the mood for that spice, so I really enjoyed it. So glass number 1 is number 1. Glass number 2 and number 3 are so close, and not just like in terms of which one I thought was better. Like they have very similar flavor profiles. Very similar. They both have this cherry, vanilla, oak like balance, which is really nice. I gave second place to glass number 2 because the finish was a little bit better, a little bit longer. So the longer finish just kind of eked out second place for glass number 2. But glass number 3 was, I swear to God, it was almost identical to glass number 2. So I am really excited to see what these are because I'm pretty sure one of these is gonna be the J Bowman. Unfortunately, I think the Blanton's one. My guess is that this is the Blanton's. I say unfortunately because I'm on the record for thinking that Blanton's Gold is overrated, but if it actually just won this blind with these other 2 bottles that I think are great, then I'm gonna have to eat my words on Blanton's Gold being overrated. It's still not worth $300, but I guess it might be worth the retail price if you can ever find it for the retail price, and if it actually won. All right, guys, let's find out what bottle placed where. So in third place, glass number 3 is, it's the J Bowman. Oh man. Yeah, J Bowman, man, it was great. It really gave glass number 2 a run for its money. It was super close. It just, the finish fell off a little bit and the finish on glass number 2 lasted a little bit longer. That was the only difference. So with that, let's find out what glass number 2 was. Yeah, glass number 2, E.H. Taylor single barrel. I seriously cannot get over how similar these 2 bottles are. Like these are incredibly, incredibly similar. Everybody thinks that J Bowman is really close to Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 2. I got news for you. It tastes almost the same as a Mash Bill number 1 Buffalo Trace product. So maybe this is lower rye than people think. I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate, whatever. But that means that our winner is Blanton's Gold. So there you have it, guys. J Bowman, Colonel Taylor single barrel, and your winner, Blanton's Gold. I still think it's kind of crazy to pay $120 for a 103 proof bottle. I could say the same thing about this. But anyway, the J Bowman single barrel really held its own against the Colonel Taylor single barrel and the Blanton's Gold. I mean, seriously, this was a really close blind. This almost came in second place, and on a different night, it could have won if my palate just wasn't looking for that little bit of spice that the Blantons gave it. Anyway, here, let's mix these 3 and see if this is gonna be like the greatest thing ever. It smells good. Wow, tastes freaking great. I really like this blend. Well, I guess this one wasn't as much of a shocker as last week's blind, but still excellent blind, 3 excellent bottles. I hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you watching. Do me a favor and hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button as well. Anyway, have a good night, guys.